can say we have 5% more meat, 5% more this, but also a lot less mortally. Mr. Wolters tell us that the complete investment he have paid back in only 3 batches.
3 times
the
7
completely
weeks.
investment.
Yeah, better feed conversion, less mortality, so more eggs.
Right.
And over 50 weeks, over a year, that's a lot of eggs more from this house.
Right.
So,
yeah, the production.
So less costs. That's better. But the health of the birds is very important for us.
Right. The health.
Yeah.
And the health of your workers.
The health of the workers too.
I mean, just the breathing.
We work in this house for half an hour a day.
Half an hour a day.
That's of course important, but the birds are here 24 hours.
24 hours, right. So they're breathing this.
Yeah, it's important for the birds.
Yeah.
We do see reduction in antibiotic use by the farmer.
By the farmers, yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually, for farmers, the most interesting part. They are interested in medicine use or the reduction of medicine use because that reduces the cost.
Yeah.
And it gives back in better quality.
Yeah.
Right. Well, in fact, if we're
And
not
it is a quality what we want.
right,
We want to have a nice quality meat or egg.
right.
The new label what we want is pure nature.
Right. Pure nature.
And in the Dutch it is pure natuur. And the pure natuur, that means we have from the beginning to the end an open, transparent supply chain. That means if you have by the grocery store a dozen of eggs and it is pure natuur, you see on the label where it is made. Yes, and you can ring, you can control or online. Hey, that farm is have on board like specially lamps, specially ionization, and that's pure natuur. What we want is to have a really pure nature line of production, controlling transparency, supply transparency, that the people can control us and our claims.
In this case, there is no antibiotics in the period that the eggs were delivered to consumers.
Right. But in this completely batch, in this barn, we have less problems with health by the chickens. And he is taking the nice view of us. You know, we have to shut the trouble and he make the profits.
Oh, wow.
If you're in a room like us, fine dust in the air is not good for you. It's also the same for chickens and other domestic animals. They breathe in as well. So if you have viral compounds or bacteria in your barn in the air, yeah, the chickens inhale that, and then the chickens get diseases. If the fine dust is reduced, they don't inhale that anymore.
Can you say anything about the effect of full spectrum light up to the chickens?
Well, we just talked about the effects of the light bulb. So there's a combination of ionization and full spectrum daylight. The effects we are talking about, reduction of fine dust, is merely done by ionization. If you're talking about other effects we have seen at farmers, and not just the reduction of antibiotics, but also an increase of just production. And I'm talking about feed conversion, and I'm talking about the mean weight of the chicken before they are going to be sold to the slaughter, or egg production. So the amount of eggs they are producing. We see an increase there as well. So that's also very important for the farmers, and that could be due to one, ionization, but also to the fact that these lights have full spectrum daylight. We know that there are certain colors, for instance blue and green, that can enhance the immune system or the growth of the chickens, but also red light that produces that induces the reproduction characteristics of chickens.
So by giving them full spectrum, you're giving them the full range of colors.
Yeah.
And out of the literature you can read that by only a full spectrum range you will make an activation of the penile eye, that's between the brains, and on that moment they're making vitamin D3.
And that's one of the things that we are going to look at, is that these lights also produce a little bit of UV. So it's not just the monochromatic visible light, but also UVA and UVB. And we know that produces vitamin D. And I know a lot of farmers say, yeah, but there is vitamin D in the feed and it's already optimal. But
it's not as close to natural as you can get.
If they make vitamin D by themselves, they create a lot of necessary hormones.
Right.
So that means, especially for the United States, you don't have to put hormones at the feed. So, and Mr. Walters have not this knowledge, but we have the knowledge already that this technology we are using already for 8 years in Schiphol Airport.
Right.
We have no chickens there, but human beings. But the reason is the same. Everything is the same.